That's what we got going on. Looks like
I got it.
So now it should be working with my volume on there. I see the little lights flashing up. So this little cross will go away at some point, and then we'll switch scenes and everything will be good. But tonight, as you will see right here, we are missing a couple of people. So it is on the full scene now. So unfortunately, Phoenix and Robert were unable to be here this evening. Robert had some personal stuff he was dealing with, and then Phoenix, unfortunately, got scheduled in at work. So, making money and supporting the family comes above putting on a cool show. So I will be running Bryn and Maze tonight, and of course, Saruman will be running Kale. So won't be too difficult, but it'll be a little interesting, a little different than what you're used to. If this is your first time watching, we normally have 3 players, and then myself. So let's see, what did we do last week? Okay, so last week we had kind of a lull episode where our adventurers just kind of wandered around the city of Feldar, spoke with the mayor of Feldar, and didn't really get as much information as they expected from him. So they went to the inn. Kale delivered a letter to one of the ship captains, the Dwarvish ship captain merchants. Yeah, that's right, we say that. That was heading out towards Edgewater and then down the Coral Coast towards Marikos. He had said that he would be able to deliver Kale's letter for a sum of 25 gold, which was higher than what the barkeep suggested. So after that is when they went to talk to the mayor, and then after they spoke with the mayor, they headed towards the old woman's house. There's an old lady that lives in a kind of rundown, but in my opinion, pretty cool place that is a very Gothic-styled old 2-story house that is the oldest structure within Feldar. The city itself was kind of built around her place, just due to some other proximities and whatnot. That's kind of long-term lore stuff. But she is still there after many, many years and many other people coming and going. And she has come to the door and opened a little latch. And that's where we ended the last episode, with Mazikeen up at the door, knocking on the door, and then the old woman's eye kind of through. And that is where we're picking up right now, just kind of going right into it. We were just talking right before we went live, we really need like an intro or something so we can have a bit of a split between getting into it and then also going over there. Actually, one more point of note before we do get right into it. These dice are going to be the ones that are part of our giveaway tonight. So if you ! Giveaway in the chat or head to giveaway.RoleThis.com, you will be able to get entered in for those dice and see a much better picture of them on the actual Gleam giveaway. But, excuse me, that's a terrible thing to do when you have a lapel mic on. But, so here we are at the house. Again, dark, Gothic structure, kind of run down. It's getting to be evening. It's not dark yet, but the sun is kind of on its way down. The city itself kind of coming to a close of the day, and our adventurers have gone up to the door, knocked on it. The old woman has shuffled up and opened up the hatch. Hello? What are you looking? What can I do for you? And Maze, being the one up at the door, we were told to come by and see you. You might have some information for us. Come back in the morning. I don't have time now. And she just shuts the kind of eye hole thing. The what would that be called? legitimately curious if anybody knows. It's not
Peephole.
really a peephole. It's like the ones that are like a little door that opens up.
Right, I mean...
Yeah. Kind of a porthole. Yeah.
Sure.
God.
It's going to be one of those.
It is. It's going to be one of those nights where it's one DM, one player, and one production guy. We've been cracking jokes the whole time. We've been sitting here waiting to go live as well. So my mic isn't even situated properly. I've got an idea for how to fix that, but we're going to get there in a week or two. But yeah, we're going to go like just off and just have fun tonight. We're not going to take anything too terribly seriously. That little intro there was just to break away from the house and the real story until we get both of our other players back. So at this moment, it is now going to fall to the hands of Caleb Strats as to what exactly is going on. They have stepped away from the house and they're kind of standing out a little ways. If you want to address anybody or kind of head a direction, feel free to make your choice.
Well, that didn't seem to get us anywhere. I reckon we could see what trouble might be brewing over at the tavern, because that's where that sort of thing seems to just come up all the time.
Okay. Both Bryn and Maze agree, and you guys start making your way towards the tavern. As you get kind of past the tree again, you're almost to the tavern itself, and you hear an extremely loud, like, crashing sound. And you're like, what in the world? And it comes from over towards the docks, which are on the western side of the city. At that moment, bells begin to ring out. I don't have a bell button. Bells begin to ring out. I looked for one earlier, though. Throughout the town, kind of an alarm bell type of thing. A couple people you see like looking out that way. You hear a couple of like screams from down by the dock. A woman comes running back in, like dragging a small child with her. Just like, hey, let's go, kid. We got to get out of here. And then you start to hear the sounds of battle taking place down at the docks.
On second thought, let's not go to the tavern. 'Tis a silly place. Let's go over there.
Perfect. So you guys are heading towards the docks. I have to pull up Roll20 real quick here, but I can switch it over for the stream itself to the map scene there, and you guys will see what in the world is happening. Do you have Roll20 up already?
No.
Perfect. Get that pulled up here, and then we'll drop you in. As you come to the edge of the edge of the city, there's a bunch of like warehouse structures set up with a stone wall kind of wrapping around them separately from the city, but also then comes up to the city wall. So it's almost like two walls back to back with a bunch of warehousing areas in between that. This is a very common store place for the dwarven merchants that come down the Aran River. They park up here, drop some supplies off, pick up some new supplies that come from the farmlands here, and then move on their way. So you should, once you get logged in, be on this scene. As you come to the gate itself, they're actually starting to close it. You guys run through, drawing your weapons because obviously something's going on here. The dwarf that you spoke with, that had the maroon on,
right?
He's now wielding a massive golden battle axe with rubies encrusted along the top and down the sides of it.
So shiny.
Yeah, very shiny. Very shiny. Lots of damage. And behind him is the gray robed, right? Is the gray robed dwarf that was sitting at the table with him. Both of them are running towards it because that is their ship that has been docked there, that they were unloading.
Okay.
And as you come up, you see this old ship has been, or apparently old ship has been just beaten, and there's like holes in it, and you can even see from where you are, you can see blood across the deck because it's kind of an angle down, like the water level's below where you are.
Okay.
And there's zombies pouring off of it. Just coming out, and the crew of the merchant ship is readying themselves for battle. There are only 6 of them, 7 of them, and
Okay.
there's 3 that are kind of more armed, and then there are 2 that look more like they are just kind of like helping hands kind of people. And then there are 2 crossbowmen up top, like still on the deck shooting
Just
down.
deck hands, and then you've got your actual like adventuring type.
Right. So the one that's right up in the fray and in the middle, and then the one off to the right, those are both part of the group. And then of course all the ones back by the ship are as well.
Okay.
And the other ship is just crashed right into the docks, like it was completely out of control, and the current was the only thing bringing it down. You have no idea anything beyond that of what may have happened here. But I am going to drop your character in. Also, we did find out how to have players control their own characters now.
Yay.
Which is awesome. Let's see, where was the one I was using for you last week? I think it was that one. And then I'll drop in the others as well. Maze, and then which one are we using? There's one we're using for Bryn. Ooh. Okay, then I'm going to set you able to control that, and then we are going to basically at this time, if you want to roll initiative, I'll roll in for everybody else as well here, because you guys are rushing in, and you guys have caught up to the dwarves, and your long strides have kind of passed them up just a little bit, with Bryn closely following you, and then Maze pulling up behind.
Okay.
Yep. So
Well, I'm in the front.
you are in the front, yes.
Okay.
Whether that means one of them will pass you in the initiative order or not here, we'll see, but let me get
14.
this up. Okay. We got 14 for you, and then Maze and Bryn, and then I'll have to look at their, see if they've got any pluses. Oh, that's unfortunate. At least she's in the back at the moment.
I'm guessing
+1, 5. Maze has a +1 to her initiative.
Okay.
Yep.
Great.
Clerics. And then actually, Bryn, I'm not sure. I would go back to this. He has a +2.
It's his dexterity, probably.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He is, yeah. So he, unfortunately, though, both of them are not good rolls. And that die was rolling incredibly well the other day. I was actually worried to use it, so I'm surprised that it's not as good today. Okay, and then we've got, how do I want to do them?
It's a lot of zombies.
It is. So I think I'll kind of split them into groups of 5 because there's 15 of them
Okay.
that you may or may not know. So group 1, they get that. And then, oh, okay. So I'll group these in on here, and then the way that I'll, ooh, oh Jesus, okay. The way that I will mark them off is by like, each group will have 5 in like a little box, and then I'll, like if you kill 3 out of group 1, then they'll be marked off, and I'll kind of keep them tracked up there as well.
Right.
So, okay, oh shit. Dwarves. I'll have all the dwarves over there go on their own turn, so they'll all go last because they rolled a 2.
That is fine.
And then the captain and the first mate. Actually, I'm gonna switch for the captain because I want him to have better. It was better, not great, but oh, he might have a plus. So I built characters, and those of you that are watching on desktop, if you scroll up onto the stream, you'll actually see Captain Rugrak and the first mate Thimdall. Both of them are actually on the overlay. I felt like it'd just be kind of fun to include them into it. And it gave me something to do yesterday to just build some characters out. And yes, he has a +1. So, wait, what even was his roll? Whatever, I'll roll it again. 16, 17 for the captain. And then first mate is a negative to initiative because it is dexterity based.
Right.
So 6. Okay. Zombie, that. And the City Watch, you can see now, because Feldar has the wall around it, they're able to get on top of that. They're standing there, crossbows ready, bows drawn, gates are now shut behind you.
Good.
So your options are river or fight, and they're very clearly like they didn't really want to close you guys out, but their focus is protecting the town itself. So they're there to shoot down any that may get to the gate itself and start causing issue. But otherwise, they're pretty much going to stay out of it right now. They've seen enough with the recent incursions of crazy animals and beasts that they don't want to get involved externally because they don't have nearly enough men left still. So, ZG 2.
But how crazy is this? Imagine you've got just a small little town. I guess it's not all that small.
Yeah.
But you've got...
That's medium size at best.
A little magic serpent of sorts.
Just remembered something.
Through the wilderness. And then just,
right.
Zombies. Who was driving the boat? Or is it a ghost ship?
So as far as you can tell from where you are, actually, let's get some rolls going. Roll a perception. See what you can see from where you're at. And we'll get some action lighting.
12.
12. So from where you're at, it just looks like a damaged and kind of ruined up ship. You would imagine that with this many undead on it, probably not anybody running the ship. It's very unlikely that they had the intellectual prowess to be actually steering it. So, zombie group 2, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Block them off. Zombie group 3 is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So was it just a drift? Or is that...
It looks like it was
what I
just...
assuming?
Your assumption would be that it was a drift because of the way that it crashed in.
Right.
It doesn't seem to have been actually steered because it's still even now like kind of floating up against the dock, kind of leaning over to a side.
Mm-hmm.
18's there. And you were 14. So the captain is going to go right before you, actually. And then we got Kale. And it's funny, these initiative cards I have are wonderful if you have enough space for this large of a battle.
Right, we do have a lot of people.
Yeah, because I could do it, but my monitor right here, it would be a problem. Oh, I'm out of focus too.
I wouldn't worry about that.
I just realized I went hardcore out of focus. Can you tap the camera again?
Sure.
I don't know if it was when I reached my hands forward or what, but it's the autofocus on this is kind of a mess. So, yeah. There we go. Whoop. Yeah, it's like going all over the place. It's trying to focus a little bit farther forward than I actually am for some reason.
Well, it's only got certain quadrants, so move.
Yeah, no, we're good.
This way.
Just, yeah.
There we go. Looks better over here.
Does it? Okay. As long as it zeroes in over there, it should zero in over here soon. What an episode.
Right.
Should be good now. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Yeah. Well, it's kind of tough to work with that right now. I wonder if I back up. If it gets me more back to this level to where everything's the same zone. Oh, I know what it is. It's this bit here. It's reading this as opposed to reading me. Yeah, get like right on my forehead with it.
Okay.
Like as high as you can go with this. Sorry guys, we've got little technical difficulties with the camera here. We'll get it sorted out here in just a second though, and then we'll be back into the fray. As this is happening, I'm going to get the initiative finished out. And then zombie group 1 here. They are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that should be all 15 of them. And Texas 2. Is it just broken?
Wait.
Huh, that's very strange.
Showing autofocus off.
Showing it as off?
Not sure.
Perfect. Cool. So, what we're actually going to do now is take a short break here. And since this is kind of going to be a shorter episode, I just want to remind you guys that you definitely want to head over to giveaway.rollthis.com. We're not going to draw it right now, but closer to the end of the episode, we are going to draw for that the dice set. What are they even called? Purple and Gold Vortex dice set. So I'm going to switch it over here real quick. We'll be right back as soon as we get this camera cooperating. And then we'll be right into battle because I'll have the initiative done as well. So. Oops. Map scene. Okay, so we should be back now. Should be sort of focused. I'll try to keep my hands down or something. I don't know if that's what it was or whatever, but it didn't switch over, did it? To map scene.
No.
That's weird because I hit the button to do it.
Am I live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. As long as you got the button flipped, you would be.
Right.
Yeah, there's a map scene. I don't know why it's not switching over. Technical difficulties, folks. Gotta love them. So.
They don't need to see in that.
Right, there we go. Perfect. Love it. You did it! See, this is why we have a production guy. It's extremely helpful to have somebody over there running buttons. Extremely. So, we are in. And if I hit settings here, I did forget one thing. I can go controlled by S. Wait, what? Oh, controlled by Kale. That's what your name is on there.
Right.
Theoretically, you now have control of your character.
Let me see. Oh.
Do ya? Nice.
It works. Okay.
That's awesome. Cool. So,
whose turn is
it is going to actually be the second and third group of zombies first. So we're just going to call that the
Cool.
the one on the left here is going to be group 2, and then the one on the boat's going to be group 3, and then 1 will be the ones that are already going for people. You know.
Right.
So the group 2, all let's see, how much movement would they have? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. They're actually going to be rushing right up here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to try to keep them with an actual, like, order to them. As far as, like,
That's
what
the
they're
one.
moving and stuff. Like, not their,
Right.
yeah, like, as far as they're actually only going to move 30 feet, you know, that type of stuff.
Right.
And then group 3 is the boat, so they're going to come off 2, 3, and I'm actually going to make a roll for him. Well, that's not, I don't even have to look at the stats for that. He actually makes it over to the dock, and then this one,
He just hangs out.
yeah, he's going to have to.
It's a slow zombie.
Well, actually, these ones would have moved forward first. So we'll, yeah, because I rolled a dexterity for the one that was right on the edge to see if he'd get to the dock itself.
We're just in the
So
water.
yeah, and he rolled a 19. So switch over here so I can get their full stats opened up. I've got the crew. Come on now. Digital stuff is amazing.
Right.
It's so helpful to have this, because I put in the doc the links to each one of the stat blocks for everything.
Right.
So now I can just boom pull it all right up. So
That's good.
so these zombies themselves, since they will be the first ones attacking here, they're going to. Actually, that's group 2.
2's on the left, 3's in the middle. Right.
I forgot that I had an actual battle map thing for this. So that didn't work. I tried to move Roll20 out so I could have 2 at once, but it messed up. 2, and then now it's the captain's turn. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
There.
25. What's his speed? 25 is his speed, actually. So perfect. So he's going to run
Stubby
up.
legs.
Yeah, exactly. Stubby legs. And then he's got. I've actually never played as a barbarian before, so this will be interesting to.
that's what
This
he
is kind of a learning experience as well. So yeah, his stats are full. Like he's a barbarian.
And he's wearing velvet?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, velvet barbarian.
Mm-hmm.
Dibs on the band name.
Velvet. I was gonna say it sounds like a band name. So he is going to do. Oh no, where's the actual thing that tells me how many attacks he gets? So he's definitely gonna rage because he's seeing his men in in combat down there. These zombies attacking him. Oh! And he's gonna run forward, immediately attacking the one directly in front of him. So that will be with his great axe. It's got a hit because it's an 18. So versus zombie. Yes, that hits like crazy. Yeah, very much hits. And then that is, oh my God, pretty heavy weapon too. That's not even the right die. Holy crap. Barbarians, man.
Right, they roll,
They're kind of tough.
remain, do they roll
1d12.
D12?
D12 plus 4. And it's just a standard great axe.
right,
It's
yeah,
not
'cause you
anything
said-
crazy. Though, unfortunately, he only rolled a 3. So it's 7 points of damage against that one, which is not enough to take it out. So mark that on zombie group 2. 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then he has, because he's... Oh, wait, he's raging. Shit.
Right.
Advantage, +2 damage. Okay. +2. Wait, that's already in there, though.
Right.
Yeah, it's already in. D&D Beyond is amazing because it already calculates that. So
Going to say
as soon as you click the button, it should already be in there. So I should have had him frenzy.
Yeah.
That way you could have just done
All for
multiple.
me.
And he has 2 weapon fighting, so that would be separate. And then attack. So yeah, there is a thing where he can attack multiple times, but I don't have it set up right. So his turn is going to unfortunately be done there. And now it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I see the one nearest me. And it's a zombie, so it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
What are these little dots here? Does it matter?
What dots?
Red, green, blue.
Those are nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, those are just part of the stat block
Interface,
thing.
right. Anyway, so I go up to it
Yeah. Okay.
and I hit it with my sword.
No kidding.
Right.
Awesome.
Do that.
Roll for attack.
I rolled a 19.
19, that hits.
Okay. Right, so cool thing about being level 2 is I took great weapon fighting. So I just rolled 2 1s here.
Uh-huh.
Is it great weapon? Yeah. So I'm gonna re-roll.
Oh, because your damage was 1s, yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna re-roll both of them.
Okay.
And instead of 2, I do 5 plus 3, which is 8 damage.
8 damage to the second one. 5, 6, 7, 8. You come up and you cleave through him with your shiny sword and just take off one of his arms. And it just falls to the ground. But he is still standing otherwise, coming towards you.
Okay.
You gonna move or anything, or
Let's see, I've already attacked.
Yep.
I can't do...
if you have any bonuses you want to do, you can do that. But yeah, otherwise,
No, I'd like to save those.
okay.
Any bonuses I might have.
Perfect. So then the first group is going to come up, and this one is going to attack, and then this one is going to attack. So these two guys that are right in the front are going to attack the dwarves that are right in the front.
Right.
This guy is going to move around 5, 10, 15 to that one. And then that one's going to move to there. And that's going to be kind of as far as where they can move. And then, let's see, we've got that attack. Actually, that one could attack too because he's adjacent. So, perfect. So there will be 3 attacks, 2 on that guy, 4 attacks. 2 on that guy, and then 1 on each of the standards. It will be... Oof, God, I don't want to roll this good. I want the zombies to die.
I mean, you're the dungeon master.
Right, yeah.
I don't want to roll 20s on the enemy attacks.
Right? Yeah, no, I rolled a
No,
19,
they're
which is
10s.
crazy. So that's a stupid action. He's going to just bite attack them, and it's going to be 1d6.
They are zombies. They're
Yeah.
not known for being smart.
Right, well, it says slam as the action in like the official stuff,
Yeah,
but
no,
slam
just
doesn't make any sense to
flavor.
me. So
Get it?
we're going to flavor it up
Flavor.
with a bite here. And that does hit, so that is 4 points on one of the dwarves. So we'll do... One, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. And then the other one... See, I'm glad I'm not... Like, this is exactly why I'm not rolling once for all of them. Because otherwise it would be a mess. The next one is going to make their bite attack. Same guy right there in the front.
That guy's dead.
That's an 18. Do what?
That guy is dead. There's no way.
He's probably pretty screwed, to be honest.
That's what he gets for being an honest worker.
Right?
On the dock on time.
Ooh. Oh wait, shit! That is for the same guy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Oh, I rolled the wrong die. That's why. Okay. God, I was worried there. I rolled a D12 instead of a D6, and then got a 10 on it. So.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, my mistake. Roll that proper. That's a 2. That makes a lot more sense. So that's 5, 6. He has a total of 20. Okay. So then we have the third one going for that basic guy. Attack on that. Oh, what the hell? I just rolled another 19. I rolled 19, 18, 19 on these zombie attacks.
Well, good thing it's not me.
Right, exactly. I might switch die before I get to you. So I don't feel bad about it. So that guy is going to be number 2. So he's got 1, 2, 3 points of damage. He is done. And then the other one up closest to the bottom of the screen, that's a 12. Does that hit? That is exactly the armor class of the other dwarves. So that does hit. It does 5. Thankfully, the ones on the back and then the ones up on top are not going to be affected by that. It is now Bryn's turn, and here's where I, make Robert really mad by doing stuff. Let's go with, that would actually be probably pretty good. Yeah. So how far can that go? 60 feet. That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. So he moves up just a little bit right behind you guys, and he's going to launch the ice knife down at the ones in the front of the ship. Just to start things off with a bang. And that's a 19. That will definitely hit if it's necessary to even hit. And then the zombies will have to... Ice knife. Attack save is a dex save, 13. I'll roll just for the whole group. It's a 10. So they do not save, which means they take 1d10 piercing damage. Shard is placed for 5 feet. And the dexterity saving throw. Okay, so it hits 1 for 10. I'll just say it's whichever one's closest. And then does 2d6 cold damage on top of the d10. So we've got d6s. That one fell out. Okay, so that is going to be 8 on the one in the front here. So that's just move him forward like that. And actually, what's the radius on that? Because it may actually hit others as well. Radius of 5 feet. Oh, okay. So yeah, it's just going to hit the ones all right in there. It's not going to hit the next group. I thought it might. But that's 5, 5, 5, 5. So it hits all these guys. And that one there takes 8 up front and then 7 on top. That's zombie group 1. Takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Takes 10. What is there even? Okay. Oof. Okay, so he outright kills the one right in the front.
Right.
And then the other ones take 7 apiece. Oh man. So Bryn steps up and then shoots his hand forward and just conjuring out of the air, a blade of ice shoots from his hand, catching the zombie that's starting to break away and lead that pack, hitting him right in the face, disintegrating his head. The body just falls to the dock, and the ones behind, as they kind of turn towards it, they get hit with ice, and you see it coalesce on the outside, and these spikes kind of hit all onto them. They start to slow, and then start to turn and come towards you guys. So this one here, can I just how do I mark dead? Oh, I know how to do it. So the red ones are the dead ones.
Okay.
Like the dead.
Right.
And that'll be like where they fall to, which actually would have been right there. I was just moving him to show his designation, not because he had to move. So these ones now are kind of turning towards you guys, and they're going to come towards you. But it is now Maze's turn. She just saw Bryn do some big cool thing. She probably would want to do something similar. And she can do... no. Interesting. So... Hillary, if by chance you're getting to tune in on this for even a split second right now, one of your spells cracks me up because of the whole situation here. But, ooh, that would be cool. Point at one creature you can see within range, and the sound of Dolores spells fill the air for a moment. Target must succeed on Wisdom saving throw, take 1d8 damage if the target is missing any of its hit points, and instead takes 1d12. Cool. So she's going to point towards the one that you hit one, right? The one right in front of you hit.
Right, yeah, I hit him.
So seeing you hit that one, she's going to move up and toll the dead at that one. And that one has been injured, so it's going to take a d12. Oh, there's the d12. That's 11. And that is on the one that you hit, which is the second one. Oh yeah, 11 on that's going to kill it. So that one's dead. And then she has, that was a cantrip. So she has another, God, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 tabs open for this encounter. That's far more than I expected to have on here. But she can also do action, bonus actions. Okay, perfect. And you haven't been hit yet, so she's not going to bother with that.
I'm good.
She's going to just kind of stay right there, close enough to do things if she needs to, but not right in the fray of anything. And we come back to the first mate, Thimdall, who is going to just run up and... Oh, Jesus. Wait, what? That sounds fun. One creature. That's annoying. Okay, cool. So he's going to run up and throw his hand forward as well towards the one that his captain just went into combat with. And he is going to... D8. Where are my 8s? There you are. Oh, interesting. And a sickly green orb of energy is going to shoot forth from his hand and collide directly with the, zombie that's in combat with his captain, dealing 2. What? Oh, wow. No, this is way more powerful a spell than I thought it was. 8 plus 5. So it's going to deal 13, 15 more points of damage on that, which will obliterate that one as well. It falls in a pool of sickly green, hissing kind of mush just obliterated. And that one is now dead as well. I'm going to put that on him because he's like smoking.
Right.
Why not?
Right.
The dwarves now are going to take their turn. There's too many other people in here. They'll die soon though. And I'm going to roll once for all of them just to make life easier, and then just throw in all their attacks after that. And yep, they all hit. Because I rolled that big, massive, crazy die. So we've got 2 archer shots. They're going to come in and shoot this one. Oops, there's a double button I can do that makes it pop up. Okay, whatever. That's annoying. Anyways, the group closest to them, the 2 farthest ones, the ones that were attacking both on the same guy, they are going to fire their crossbows at him. Mm-hmm. And actually, that's even a plus to hit, so that's cool. So that is 1d8. That's 5 points of damage, and we'll count that for both of them. So that is... Oh, okay, that's zombie group 3. That's that one. Oh, shit. Plus 1. 6 points of damage on both of them. They are still up. They look hurt, but they're still up. And then the guy that's right in front is going to take just an attack with his sword at the first one on him. And that I rolled off for all of them, so that hits as well. And his weapon is a 1d6 plus 1. Which unfortunately is only a 3. But 1, 2, 3. Nope, does not take him out. And that's all of his attack there, so and he's not going to move. The other 2, boom, boom, that one's to that one. Again with the sword. 4 points of damage to that one. Same there. 3. The ones that right up front by the ship are not taking as much damage as you would expect. They seem to be a little more sturdy than the ones that you guys are currently fighting,
Okay.
Or than the ones that are in the middle there as well. Because the ones in the middle got hit by a pretty good blast. They're still up, so they're pretty strong, but they look hurt. Whereas the ones down by the ship are just kind of like almost shrugging stuff off, it seems like.
Right.
Only one of them really has like, it's missing an arm kind of thing.
Yeah.
With a bolt stabbed in its eye. And then this one's going to move in up for this one, take a hit at that guy. This guy will lap around here, take another hit at that guy, which, wow, that was an accidental roll because I picked up one of the d6s to move it. It rolled a 5, counting it.
Okay.
Against that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for the other guy that moved up as well, he only gets 1 on that one that had been hit. Which one hasn't been hit? Oh, the one in the corner hasn't done anything or gotten hit.
Right.
But that one up there takes a good hit. So then I have 2 that look pretty rough down there, but not as rough as some of the rest. And we are back now to the captain, who will step forward over that one, striking this one right in front of him with, again, the great axe, 19 plus whatever the heck. And his great axe is, and he's still raging, so
right.
Get the plus 2 on that. And then that is D12. 10. Jesus. Yeah, he just cleaves one right in half, just. And he kind of looks back at you. Come on, dragon! Egging you on.
Right.
And he has destroyed this one.
Good.
Fuck it, I'm gonna just delete it. Make my life easier to move that one forward. Yeah, he pretty much just got deleted. And so then he moves forward right up into this one. He's not attacking it yet just because we're switching over now to you.
Okay.
And the one in front of you is dead.
Well, I step over it and I move there.
Yeah, I guess you could have done that. I'm used to moving them myself. So
I hit it with my sword.
perfect.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah.
It's a zombie.
Huh?
It's a zombie.
It is a zombie.
No crits.
Yeah, there are crits and zombies. There's crits on everything as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Well then.
Damage reduces. Oh, there is one thing I've been forgetting to do, but no, there is no resistance to criticals on zombies or anything,
Okay.
based on what I'm reading right here.
Sneak
So.
attack. Sneak attack.
Okay,
No sneak attacks on zombies.
interesting.
Right, no vital organs or they don't matter.
Oh, I see.
So
Yeah,
you
yeah.
can't use the
The
finesse
critical
of
hits
sneak
will
attack. But
work.
critical hits, it's like, man, you hit them
Yeah,
really good.
because even if, like it even specifically says, if the damage is from radiant or critical hit, they do not then have undead fortitude. So you've actually zeroed out their undead fortitude
Right.
if you take it to 0 hit points.
Right. Well, that is 10.
10?
10 damage.
10 on one that hadn't been hit of the weak group, so you do actually immediately just
Kill it.
cleave right through it from hip up to its shoulder, and its body just top part falling, the leg taking a step forward, still on its own, and then crumpling beside the upper half. Say anything to Rugrek?
Are you going to deliver that letter for me?
Take all these out with me and we'll have something else to talk about. And he moves forward again. We have the zombie group 1 is now going to finally start getting into the fray here. So we've got these two are going to go up towards you guys. Woo! Doubled up. So they're going to get right up into this. And then these ones are going to go this way to get right down there. So that's
That one in front of me is dead, right?
Yes, I hadn't marked it yet, but yes, he is dead. He was dead the whole time. But he is now a dead undead.
No longer moving, no
You
longer.
smote him to the ground. So that one is out, that one is out. Yeah, these two more. Wait. Oh yeah, I deleted that one, so you
Right.
have that one still there. Perfect. I lost my own count because of my own actions. And so they're just moving, they can't do anything else. And then now we're on Bryn, who is behind you. And you haven't taken any damage still, so you don't do anything there. So I used Ice Knife, which I didn't mark that off. I'll have to cast that. Ooh, that could be a cool one. 20-foot square starting point in range of 90 feet. Cool. Yeah, that should be good. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. Okay, yeah. So he's going to... oh, I forgot to... No, he's next. My bad. So Bryn is going to reach out his both hands and just... And vines are going to rip through around the dock and just... And come up towards the group that's harrowing the soldiers or the sailors down by the merchant ship to try to restrain the zombies and help their situation out.
Right.
Because they're obviously in dire straits now. And zombie...
So it's that whole group on the right side that's
Yeah.
rooted. Okay.
Right. Well, hopefully we'll see. I don't think they're very dexterous. They're zombies. So they do have to make a dex save, I believe. Sprout from the ground, a 20-foot square, starting from a point within range. For the duration, these plants turn the ground to difficult. Creature in the area and you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw. So you are correct. Or be restrained by the entangling plants until the spell ends. Which it's a concentration, so it's not going to end.
So until he decides he's done with it.
Right, exactly. So I will not roll that
Something
die.
else decides he's done with
Roll this die.
it. Roll a d12, just to...
All right, just so it automatically doesn't work because the strength is 13 on this one. So, but and they rolled a 2 as a group. So
Perfect.
they are all in a 20-foot square. They're going to be wrecked, and I'm going to mark them with green to designate that they are entangled. So entangled. Ah, wrong green. Entangled again. And it was 20 foot off that one. That's 5, 5. Yeah. So then actually, oh shit, the dwarves themselves are going to have to make a. Yeah, the dwarves are going to have to make a save as well. But they're pretty hardy.
Right.
And they have a plus to their hardiness. So, ooh, actually, that one does not save. The next one does. Ooh, okay. Ooh, okay, so actually everything in this area is now restrained by these grasping vines, including these dwarves that the goal was to protect them.
Yeah, that's good enough for me. As long as my letter's safe.
Exactly, right?
Well, I mean, I care about them, but, you know, like, the letter.
10. Wow, that's a big spell. I mean, this is a small area, but still. I mean, it's a 15-foot wide dock, and it goes in a 20-foot cube.
Yeah.
So, but still, wow. I'm going to say this guy just got out of the way.
Right.
Somebody's got to still be able to fight up there, right?
I mean, they don't have to.
Right. This is true, but we would hope that that's the case. So that is going to be Bryn's turn. I'll cast Entangle. And then he will probably chill for a second on that. Maze is then going to come forward, and you obliterated the last one you hit, so the same spell is not going to be the one to do. Well, I mean, it could be. It's just so funny. Every time I move through this one spell. Yeah, that makes sense. Should cast Ray of Sickness on 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She doesn't have to get in combat with anybody. So she'll cast it on the far one here because she's fairly confident that the dwarven captain has the one in front of him handled and that you have the next one in front of you handled.
Right.
And that is going to be Ray of Sickness is Ray of Sickening Greenish Energy lashes out towards the zombie, and it is instantaneous. Constitution attack save 11 does not succeed. That dice is magic. And it's a 2d8. That's not an 8. There's an 8. 3 plus 7? Oh. 1. So 4 plus 3. No, that's a DC. So 4. 4 points of damage on that one, which is the only one of that. No, one of the 2 that hasn't been hit yet. Okay. And first mate then comes forward. He can do another. Ooh. Yeah. He's actually going to run right past everyone because, again, fairly confident that everything's handled here and he needs to get up in there. 5, 10, 15. He pushes past Maze. 20, 25, 30, 35. Brings him right to that guy, and I think he's still 35. I don't think he had a bonus to anything.
I mean, if he can keep...
And actually, yeah, he's gonna...
distracted, I can do quite a lot.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's got 25, so he's actually gonna run forward. He's just gonna use his action to dash forward. 40, 45. And he's gonna get to about there before he just kind of runs out of steam. So he's still running there. His turn is now spent with that because he wants to get up and save the crew. I mean, he's the first mate of the ship. It's his duty. And we are now, the dwarves then will fight. If you're restrained, what can you not do?
I mean, I think you have to just try to fight off the restraint.
I think so.
Like a grapple check.
I think that's the case too. Entangle. strength check. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed, blah, blah, blah. The creature restrained by the plants can use its action to make a strength check against your spell to save DC on the stats will freeze itself. So they would have to go to that, so does not. That one does. So one of them does break free of the grapple. It's this guy here. And then the next one there also does not, so he stays in. So this guy bursts out of it. The two up top are going to take their shots, which actually miss, even though they're entangled. There's got to be some kind of... I'm just going to say there's advantage on it because they're entangled and natural 20. So that worked out pretty well. They're going to shoot for the same ones again that they had been shooting at.
Right.
And they are bandits with 1d plus 1. Where's my d8? 5. For that one. Oh. 5 and 2. That's just rough. But actually, that is enough to obliterate that one. And then that one still has a bit to go. The one that broke free used his stuff. The other ones used their stuff. The next one... Oh, that guy saved. So he's going to attack the one right in front of him. That hits for... Is that a D6? Because he only has a sword. Oop, man, it's a 6. That was one that he'd already fought. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then this guy's going to run back up and hit that one as well. And that's also going to hit for 1. Perfect. I love how this one here that I just moved like back and forth still has taken no damage whatsoever.
Right, I mean, he's not really in
because he was out of the range of the ice knife. He was out of the range of... or no, it's this one. He was out of the range of the ice knife. He's only been entangled.
Right.
That cracks me up. He's just hiding back there in safety. And it comes back around now to them. Jesus. And then they're all pretty much dead. That's group 2 was the one that's up with you guys.
Right.
And then...
2 and bits of 3.
Yeah. So I think this guy's 3. And then these 2 are 2. Yeah. So... that one's going to make just an attack at Rugrak and misses. He swings forward with his hand just... Rugrak steps to the side and bats it away with the butt of the axe. And then just for the hell of it, gets a reaction on him and butts him with the back end of it as well. And I'm calling that because it's a natural 20. So he just smashes him in the face with his reaction on that. And is going to probably mess him up pretty good because those ones are only that. But we'll say the back of the axe. We'll do that. 5. Hits it good, but does not take it out. But just really wrecks it. Like his head, when he hits it with the butt of the axe, the head snaps back like that, but backwards. So the back of its skull is on its shoulder blades right now. And it's just like... Dang. This is a wrong dwarf to mess with. And then the one in front of you is going to step up, and we're just going to swap those two so you can see better.
Right.
It's going to take a swing at you. It's a 15.
Miss.
So it's the same thing. Whoosh. And for the hell of it, I'll give you a reaction on it as well.
Plus 15.
15, that will hit.
Damage. 11.
11. And so that was one of the group 2s. And that one was the one that was undamaged. And that kills it and then some.
Good.
So there's only one left from that group now. And it is the captain's turn. Wait, no, it's group 3. My bad. So they swing their stuff. We'll do attack all as one. 11, actually, I think misses. Yeah, armor classes of 12. Cool. I'm not even going to mess with anything else. They just... And the dwarves that are now freed are... And the two that are still entangled, kind of like lean out of the way. And then the dwarves just still stuck. They can't... Or the zombies are still stuck. They were able to lash out, but because of that, they're just not able to get a good footing. Yeah.
Right.
So then that brings us back now to the captain, who again is just the one that he just pummeled. He's just gonna kill it because like he would have to do that. This dice glows in the dark, so I can actually still see it when it's down there. But since it landed on the floor, I'm going to re-roll it, which was actually only one better, and that is Captain Rugrak +6. So that does hit.
Good.
So that is... Oh, yeah. I literally don't even need to do anything because the worst I can do kills it. So I don't even remember what his thing is, but it's dead because he rolled 8 and he needed 1.
Oh, okay.
So the group 2 that came towards you guys right out of the gate is destroyed.
They're gone. And there's just the one in front of the captain,
Yep,
right?
there's the one that's the next up in front of the captain.
Okay.
Mark that off there. And I'm certain there's a reason that he can do 2 attacks, because I feel like I put that in there. I just don't know if it has to be a different one. Oh, I see what it is. It was the frenzy. So he didn't do it. So if you do a frenzied attack, you get to use another attack as a bonus.
Right.
And then as something levels up, you then also get another one. So you can attack 3 times as barbarian. But yeah, so I didn't frenzy him, so we're not going to say that he was.
Right.
Though he would be in quite the bloodlust rage at this moment.
Right, he could.
So,
Yeah.
But he's going to just be right there at the next one, and it is now your turn.
Okay. So, I shout, Rugrak. I say, hold my ale, and I go running past the one that's in front.
Okay.
And I go to here.
Nice. The one is going to lash out at you as you go past it with 18.
That hits.
So it does hit. And that's going to be, it's like bludgeoning basically. So it's just that. It's just 1 point of damage. So
I just shrug it off.
You've technically taken a damage, but it's just like, and you get like a little fingernail like scrapes across your shoulder, and you're just like, and you keep going forward.
So I run there. All right, and then I frost breath.
Okay, beautiful. I've been waiting to see this.
Right.
So what do I have to do, or what do you have to do on that?
So they have to make a DC save of 10.
Okay. For what? Strength or just dexterity?
Constitution.
Constitution. Oh, okay. So that will be in effect then.
Yeah.
So I'll roll once for all of them. I haven't used the big die just because I'm using it. And what do they have to do?
They just get half damage.
If they succeed.
Right.
Against what number? 10, you said?
10.
They do actually succeed. Of course, they're grappled, so I'm going to have them at disadvantage.
Okay.
Which is 14, so they still succeed.
Well, guess what? They are still taking 4 damage.
4 damage across
to 5 of them.
The 5 that are like directly in front of you.
Right, yeah.
So like this one that I moved up, this one I moved up, this one I moved over, this one here.
Right, yeah.
And
basically everything except for the ones in that back line, like right next to that.
Okay.
All the dwarves.
Okay. Would it hit the dwarf as well?
No.
Is it like a cone effect?
It's 15-foot cone.
Oh, and you're from there, so it would specifically not hit him.
Right.
And it goes 15 feet wide as well?
So it depends on how you want to do it. Diagrams I've seen have been the first one's 2, the second one's 2, and then the third one's 4.
I would lean that way too, yeah.
Yeah.
I would lean more towards like 3, like 1, 2, 3 kind of thing, but either way it's going to do exactly that to affect them.
It's just going to hit.
So it's going to hit those ones right there in front. I see what you mean now. So,
right.
Perfect. Yeah, so because you're back here, so there's your 1, then you have 2, then you have 3. So yeah, you definitely hit all of them. And you said they all take 4 right there?
4, yeah.
And that is, one of those groups is from number 1. Those 2 right there. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh wait, actually, that one's supposed to die off there. So perfect, because they are now just okay. And then off 3. The one that hadn't gotten hit yet got hit. 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's done. So you got, was it this one? Yeah. You killed that one. Just outright, as your breath weapon goes through it, it just like disintegrates part of it, and its head falls open, and what's left of its brain just falls out, and it's just stuck there entangled.
So would you call that
freeze brain?
Brain freeze.
Brain freeze, yes. I love it.
I actually said that. Brain freeze.
The first maids beside you, Thimdall. That's all you've ever heard him do, too, is just laugh to things that either you or the captain have said. He has never spoken to you.
He's no personality.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so now zombie group 1, those ones that you just hit, they're going to make their strength try to get out. They do break it. So I have to hit that and then take that off, that off. And they're going to come towards you. And both are going to make an attack on you. We'll do attacks individually, though. So that's a 6 does not hit.
No.
And a 10.
No.
Perfect. Yeah, you're 16 right now, right?
Right.
Perfect. I still have your guys' 3 initiative cards up there. So both of them just miss. We'll do no reaction on this one. That was just like a style point one before.
Right.
And then, let's see, who else is alive from zombie group 1? This one is from 1. So he's now going to attack against the captain. He also, same story, just swings at him and just doesn't even like aim. It's like the captain's directly in front of him and he just goes and swings off to the side. Like his arm just isn't working the way that he intends for it to because of the degradation in his brain. And then that's the end of number 1's, the group 1's turn, which brings us back around to Bryn.
Not the silver flash that just went by him.
Yeah. And Bryn, what can Bryn do that's cool? I'm trying to do something like super cool with Bryn. I'm not, like, he's got some neat things, it's really useful things, but there's not like a this is a big explosion kind of stuff, except for Ice Knife, which I guess I could cast again, but there's too many other people in the way. So yeah, he'll just run forward and wallop one with his staff. 15, 20, 25, 30. Comes up here and just whop as he's going past this one. Mm-hmm. And the attack roll on that. Come on, natural 20. Oh, it's an 18 plus whatever, pretty so good. It definitely hits. Bryn's staff does what? Plus 2. Oh, it's plus 2, so that, hey, there's 120. And does 1d6. Oh no, if he's two-handed, does 1d8, which he would have been because he was like,
right, yeah.
So 8. 5 points of damage on that one, which was group 1. Right in front of Rugrak, Bryn runs past and continues running, but goes whop and hits that one in the head, and the head just goes flying off, bounces off of Thimdall, and then hits the one in front of him, and does 1 point of damage on the one in front of him as well, because he hits it so hard, it's like, and it bounces off Thimdall's helmet and then hits the unarmed zombie and just
Thimdall's fine though.
Yeah, Thimdall had a helmet on,
He's
so
wearing a helmet.
yep. Helmets, they save your life. And let's see, I need to mark the 1 for that because that's funny. He was a group 3, so there's that 1 right there. And then, yeah. Perfect. And that one's dead, so that's dead. And there. Okay. So now we're back around to Maze again, who laughs.
Right.
And then runs, like, kind of prances past that one. And then comes up here behind you guys. And actually just skirt around this way. And she runs up and punches the one that just got hit with the head. And while she does that, she uses her innate vampiric touch and does a number of damage, 1d6. 4. And just, and when she hits, you see that kind of familiar, like, blackish energy shoot forth from her hand and, like, encompass the head of the zombie. And because of the structure of the zombie, it, like, off of one side, almost like a gunshot, just goes
Right.
and shoots out the back of his head, but it's still standing. So, because he's group 3. Oh, no, he's group 1. 2, 3, 4. No, actually,
Just
she
kidding.
hits,
He's not
and
standing.
because of that, just
Once again, I have a helmet.
shoots out of her head, out of its head, because it had the extra 1 damage. So it was up a little higher than the other, or lower than the other one. That's hilarious. I didn't actually intend for that to happen. I thought it was just going to be kind of like a style thing, but it actually kills them. That's amazing. One punch woman. And then we're back to first mate Thimdall, who is now just like, what the hell? Who are these people? And he's going to fire another Chaos Bolt at... you can only target 1. And you've got the one in front of him, so he's going to hit the one in the corner over here. And that is D8s. D8s, Chaos Bolts.
Is there one that looks especially big and mean?
The least damaged one is going to be the one in the opposite corner, the one that he's going at.
Not what I asked. Is there one that looks especially big and mean?
In here? Right in front of you? No.
Okay.
I mean, there's a dwarf that looks pretty mean, but not the zombies. They all look pretty much the same, just like standard
Right,
crew
that's
members.
fine.
Yeah.
No problem.
So, so he does that. That's a 6. Chaos Bolt's kind of an interesting one because you do like different damage all at the same time. So with this, you roll what's it called? So you hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic energy at one creature in range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack damage type as shown below. So like you decide, I'm doing cold damage.
Right, yeah.
And then the third one can just be fire because it decides to be because of the table. So that was 6, and then
Chaos
1,
bolts.
and then 5. So he does 6 points of, or no, it was a 6 and a 1. So 7 points of cold damage, and because I said it, it's 5 lightning. So 5 was lightning. It does 5 lightning damage on top of that. So that is, what, 11?
12. It's 7
12.
Yeah.
12 for a Z3 in the corner is going to be the one that was least damage, and yeah, it obliterates him.
So he's dead.
Just kind of like, all right, I'm doing something. It's like, as soon as that one just turns to mush. And that is, I have to cast that. Chaos Bolt. Okay. And then, oh, I can do that at will. He's got another spell. Good. Then the dwarves on the ship. So we have the strength save for these other 2.
Right.
They have to beat a 13. Which, damn, they are weak.
Yeah, they just
12. And he has no pluses.
they just
So,
found really good.
dang. Yeah, they are really tied up. Britton, you're doing good. And then, so they're still stuck there. That one that I forgot to mark is now dead. So they've got 2 here. So one's going to take a shot, the one closest. The other's going to take a farther shot. Close shot, 19. Definitely hits. The thing does more damage. Crossbow is a D8 plus 1. 8. Perfect. So it does 8 on the close one, which is the one that had been hit there. Kills him.
Oh, he's dead.
So, through the head, falls down. Sort of. Still stuck in the grasping vines. The other one is going to take his shot. Far one, natural 20. My God, that's a good die. I need to use that when I'm actually playing. Well, I guess I kind of am right now. I'm making attack rolls against enemies.
Right.
So that is 6 damage plus 1, 7 damage on that one, which would be the one there, which kills him as well. So there is only one of them still up, I believe. Oh no, the one in front of you is still up. And then this one here is down, and then there's the one in the corner.
So there's just
this
two.
one, and then this one, the 2 directly in front of you. And it is 2's dead. 3 is this one. He's a zombie and he's restrained, so he's gonna try to break out of that, I guess. That's 14. Does break out of it. And then is going to kind of look at his buddy there and come towards him to come at you as well. Stepping over onto the dead guy there that Maze just punched the skull out of. And he's going to make an attack against you. Natural 1. He steps on the dock and falls through, and he's now prone. So, then this is Group 1's Soul Survivor, I believe. Yeah. Yep, it is Group 1 Soul Survivor. Yes. Wait, that one's still... Oh, no, Bryn killed that one. That's right. So, yeah, Soul Survivor of Group 1 is right there in front of you. He's going to make his attack as well. Wait, Group 1... No, he's not, because Captain goes first, and then you go, and then he goes, so he's not going to get to go, I don't think. So the Captain is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. We'll get him right up to the one that's in the ground.
Right.
And he would have advantage on that, which both of them hit anyways. So, and he runs and he leaps off of Thimdall, because Thimdall and him have worked together for years. They're like a perfect team. Thimdall leans down, giving him a springboard. He comes up and strikes his axe down onto the one that is on the ground and kills the shit out of it. Hits it so hard that he down into the actual like dock itself, and the zombie is just gone into the waves, and you see it kind of like float out in pieces. And then Rugrak's axe is actually stuck, and he's gonna on his next turn have to try again to pull it out, because he's got it so jammed into the dock. And it is now your turn with one enemy apparent in front of you.
Well, I guess this is it. Man, killing things is easier than I thought.
Right?
19.
19, yep. That'll hit.
14.
14. For damage?
Right.
Oh, yeah. Jesus, yeah.
Yeah. I rolled an 11 plus my strength of 3, so...
Yeah.
I smack.
Yeah, you smacked the crap out of him. That'll do it.
That'll kill it.
Yeah, like that'll kill the crap out of it. Yeah, you just obliterate him. Your blade comes up and starts to kind of go like right between its legs, and you start to almost lift it off the ground and then split it. and then with a kind of
And it's
flourish,
kebabbed, right? So I'm just like, come on.
with kind of a flourish, you smack it off, and the head is still stuck on the blade from you jammed it straight up there, and you're just like, and then roll a strength check.
Just use the modifier.
Yeah.
17.
17. You send it flying, and it hits one of the barrels and just turns to mush.
Oh, not the barrel. The head.
Not the head turns to mush, not the barrel.
Splinters.
This one. And with that, as far as you are aware, the zombies that are all on the deck are all dead for good, and you are now out of combat. And
Hooray!
we are going to take a quick break there, and then we'll come back here in approximately 10-ish minutes and pick up from this moment and kind of work on closing things out for the evening. So if you have not entered the giveaway yet, it is for this set of dice, which I'll try to get a good shot of. I think that might have been what messed everything up. Right here, these ones. These dice are beautiful. Holding them up with this purple light and everything does them no sense of justice. So go to giveaway.rollthis.com or hit !giveaway in the chat, and then you can just click on it. You type less that way, I guess. Either way, head over there. You can see a much better picture of these that I took earlier, and then you can get entered. There are 7 different ways to enter. And anyone who is subscribed to the channel, if you click on the subscriber portion there, you'll actually get 10 extra entries into the giveaway. So you don't have to be subscribed to win, but it does definitely help you out. So we will be right back, picking up with the aftermath of the zombie attack on the docks. All right. So we should be back on here. Are we all good over there? Cool. More nonsense. Crap. My stuff is in there. But, sweet. So, again, if you have not entered into the giveaway for these dice, you should do so right now at giveaway.rollthis.com. Exclamation point giveaway in the chat. I'm going to take a drink of water because I forgot to do that just a minute ago. And then we're going to draw the winner. By the time the stream catches up here, it should be like, I don't know, you've got 4 seconds to get entered in or something. 4, 3, 2, 1. So, drawing the winner, and tonight's winner is Kate. That's the name that is in here. Entry number 69. Nice.
Nice. Nice.
Kate, I will send you an email tonight. I'm making a point to do it tonight. Before you guys leave, make sure I send Kate an email.
Entry 69.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe a bonus thing or something for that.
No.
But anyways.
That's rewarding itself.
Right. But anyways, congratulations, Kate. You are the winner tonight of these beautiful dice, and you're local, so that'll be easy for us to get the dice out to you. Makes shipping cheaper. I like it. So, announce that, hit OK, yes, and the giveaway is now closed. But feel free to follow us on everything. All of our social accounts are RoleThis, and you guys want to subscribe here or help us out directly by visiting the shop, definitely do that as well. The link will still take you to the page where you can see all that stuff and have one nice little spot to jump in on things. So we're going to get back in here with the closeout of the battle. And I'm going to switch over hopefully to Matt's scene here for that. Did it switch? Cool. I don't know why it didn't switch earlier, but sweet. So, all right. So there's just dead zombies everywhere. Bryn kind of walking up behind you now. Actually, he was still at a dead run, and then he kind of just slid to a stop behind you as all the other stuff happened. It was a lot all at once. And
yeah, they all died pretty quickly.
Yeah. These will be here. There. Hey, dragon. Rugrak comes up towards you. It's good fighting, mate. And he just kind of pats you on the shoulder like a firm, like a thank you kind of thing. And then
Well, he has to be on his tiptoes.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
a dwarf.
exactly. So just maybe even comes just to your breastplate. Just
There you go.
like a thanks, man. So he steps up and thanks you for the assistance in the battle and pulls out the gold that you had given him inside of its own little pouch and just holds it out towards you.
Thank you. Although, would be rude. 5.
We've got another way to send that message for you.
Oh, okay.
Come on to the ship. And then you guys step towards the ship. And we'll say, for all intents and purposes, we don't need the map anymore. And you guys are all on the ship. So,
Smoky digs you've got here.
okay. Takes you into the captain's quarters, which are actually quite nice.
Smoky, yeah.
Like he's got it very well dressed up in there. The dwarves are gonna pile the bodies while they're out on the deck and stuff, and just kind of go about their business. Thimdall, come here. Now, if you would like, we can do this in private, or go right here with everybody. But
I don't swing that way.
Thimdall, why don't you explain what you can do? Thimdall, for the first
really,
time.
I don't. The gold back is enough.
Thimdall steps forward. Shut up. Does not even sound like a dwarf. I can send your message. But he looks like a dwarf, so it sounds really weird coming from him. Very old, gray-bearded, takes the helm off, and long gray hair kind of tumbles over his shoulders. He sets it down on the desk. I can send you a message via spell. Direct to whomever you wish to receive it, and all you'll have to do is either open the letter in front of me, allow me to read it mentally to the person, or if you would like to tell me what you would like to have in the message, I can send that as well.
Seems like a fair request. How much to ensure your discreetness?
Nothing.
Okay.
You've done a great deed here saving our men. We lost no one. And it is entirely thanks to the actions of you and your party.
Okay. Works for me. So I take out my dagger, pop open the seal, and open it, and I just hold it out to him. Okay. Essentially, what's in the letter is, all the cordial, rank and greetings and all that. Reporting when I arrived, what the assignment was, the results of the assignment, the overall feeling of there seems to be more at work here, so I'm invoking my right to operate on my own because I believe that our work, the work of the Bright Blades, is not finished yet. So I'm invoking that right to maintain operations here until I feel like it's concluded, and then I'll report back in person.
Okay. So he reads through that, and he takes a moment to actually just read it as you're holding it up, and then he kind of puts his hands together and begins to trace the outline of the letter and goes through line by line, running his hands back and forth. And as he does this, you see this purplish gold energy send forth from his fingers and perfectly trace everything. The message, the letter itself starts to kind of glow where all the letters are in this purplish imagery. And as he gets to the bottom, he kind of and pulls the letter itself off in the form of the now astral letter.
Right.
Brings it together, it folds down, it comes into his hands, and it turns into a little dove that's purple and gold.
Right.
And the dove flies for a couple feet towards the window and then disappears about a foot before it hits the window, and is just, you don't see it anymore.
And it zips out.
Yep. That'll be much faster than traveling all the way to Marcos.
Win-win.
They told you Thermdal's got its uses. Not too bad to fight either, huh? I'd rather not. And then Rugrak turns to you, a more serious look coming across his face. I don't know what's caused this. We have to investigate. If you would wish to come with us, we would take you back to our city. Back into the mountains. If not, you're welcome to stay here. Further your investigations in Feldar. Discern what you may. But either way, you will have a place with us. Had he given you anything prior? Or had the mayor given you anything prior?
No,
Physical?
the mayor would seem like he was having an off day.
Yeah. The mayor has a lot of off days.
Right.
And so, as he's saying this,
He said that we could go do stuff.
with like his blessing and stuff, yeah.
Right.
Rugrak pulls forward a coin that's large. It's about yay big. It's larger than like a gold dollar or a silver dollar or anything like that, and larger than just standard gold coins, and has a ruby in the center of it that you can, if you hold it up to your eye, you can see through both sides. He holds it up. Take this. Present it at the gates on the southern entrance, and they'll let you in. It'll take us some time to get back, but if you're able to visit the city and learn anything ahead of us, it would be greatly appreciated. But if we do not see you again, may we part as friends.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Bows towards you. All right, we've got a lot to do here. Boys, clear those docks. We gotta get out of here. I'd like to check the other ship, Captain. Sure thing, Thimdale.
See, that's what I want to do.
All right, well, you group and Thimdale head over to the other ship. I'll work with the boys here to get everything situated, clean this place up a little bit, make ready to sail. And then you guys switch back to the map scene just for a moment here. Make your way over to the ship. Climb aboard. And is there anything you'd like to do as soon as you get on board?
Well, I think I'd probably go with, probably some sort of investigation of the ship.
Okay.
Just a quick investigation check.
Just like on the top of the ship, because it's a large ship. It's actually even larger than the other merchant ship.
Okay.
It's part of why Thimdall would probably want to look at it. It looks like it may have even a third level below the water, but it definitely has two
like a
levels.
steerage. Okay.
Yep. And then in the back of it, there is actually some like space as well as kind of like for a kind of cabin-ish area.
Right, yeah.
Not as well done as Rugrak's, but you can tell that even just from the outside because it's more open.
Right.
It's just a sheltered area by the helm.
Okay. Well, I mean, we've got Thimdall,
Mhm.
the three of us. So I guess we just all separate, right? Like one of us checks the cabin-y area. One of us checks the top deck, medium deck, below deck.
Mhm.
I'll take whichever one you guys don't want to take.
Okay. And
Probably top deck.
so roll a investigation check just for the top deck. We'll say here right offhand.
9.
9. There's a lot of blood everywhere, but you don't see anything specific that stands out. Neither does Bryn, and Maze she's picked up the brain that she burst out of the other one and is kind of like playing with it. And you notice for the first time she's been doing this the whole time while you were in the cabin with Rugrak. She's just been kind of off to the side, like seeing what it's all made of and stuff, seeing how it works. And then Thimdall, however, raises a hand and kind of kneels down towards the deck, close to this opening. And as he does, he keeps his head down, looks back at you guys, and you hear kind of a down below. And that is where we'll pick up next week with all three of our party.
It's a T-Rex. It's a T-Rex.
So there is
Zombie T-Rex.
There is clearly something down below. You don't know what. It sounded strong, sounded large. Maybe it's a T-Rex. Maybe it's not. Most likely not. They aren't in this world. But there is definitely something still alive, still on the ship. And you guys will encounter it or burn the ship to the ground next week. So, yeah, that's where we are.
I like it.
So thank you guys for tuning in this week. It was kind of an odd week, and it actually went a lot longer than I expected for it to. Pretty much full time, though the encounter was set up for everybody. We still ran it as if it had everybody. So, but anywho, congratulations to Kate, I believe it was, for winning these beautiful dice. I will send you an email here very, very shortly. So keep your eye on your inbox. Maybe check spam. It's unlikely that it'll go there. It hasn't been doing it lately, but your inbox may be different than the other ones. So also, if you have previously won any giveaways and not gotten an email, check your email. Yeah, with that, we will be back next week. Oh, also, we have our podcast and stuff up now. So if you go to RoleThis.com, which is our official website, if you haven't been there yet, you should go there anyways. You will see the Twitch stream, then the YouTube videos, and then you will see our podcast. So we have the first 3 episodes up there as of this morning, and you guys can go in and listen to those. If you haven't watched the first 2 or 3 episodes, that'd be a great way to catch up, because podcasts are really cool in the sense that you can listen to them and do other things. You don't have to worry about staying visually focused on it or anything like that. So definitely check that out. Also, our store has some really nice stuff in it. We are looking to add things to that as well over the course of the next couple weeks. Should have some more generic stuff in there with different designs on the shirts, along with some accessories for tabletop gaming. That'll be really, really cool. So yeah, with that, we'll see you guys next week at 7 p.m. Central Time right here on twitch.tv/RoleThis.